Are we in an AI bubble? And this is something that every AI stock investor always wants to find out, as it kind of helps determine if they should continue to invest in AI companies or not. Well, unfortunately, earlier this week, Sam Altman, the CEO of Openai, says that yes, we are in an AI bubble. And this has created a nice amount of fear in the overall market, especially as we have heard other recent reports that can kind of be seen as an evidence that the AI bubble is real. Now, let me just say, too long, don't watch. I personally don't believe the bubble of AI is here just yet. And I think the market is completely misunderstanding what Sam Altman was trying to say. And I'm going to try to explain a little bit more in today's episode. So let's get started.
I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and check out fool.com/Jose for the 10 best stocks to buy now. With that link, you get a promotional offer for the subscription service. Now, let's continue with today's episode.
All right. So first, I just kind of want to look at some of the big players in the AI space. Obviously, Nvidia, we can see the stock is now roughly 3.7%. There's a lot of macroeconomics happening, but I do want to say there has been a shift in sentiment with the AI story this past week. It does seem like this past week, we are again in the era of AI is dead. AI is just an expensive chatbot. AI is going to bring nothing but massive expenses for a lot of companies, and it's going to go nowhere. And this usually tends to happen maybe a few days, a few weeks before Nvidia earnings. Now, I don't believe that's the case, but unfortunately, it's hard to say that, right? When Sam Altman in a recent interview said, yes, he does believe we are in an AI bubble. When bubbles happen, smart people get overexcited about a kernel of truth. Now, Sam Altman was recently asked a question about, are we in a phase where investors as a whole are overexcited about AI? His response is, in my opinion, yes. Is AI the most important thing to happen in a very long time? My opinion is also yes. So this is pretty interesting, right? This guy is playing both sides. He criticizes by first saying that AI is in this form of overall excitement as a whole. And I think this is this is definitely true. We are seeing a lot of companies pre-revenue or starting off being worth multiple times higher than traditional valuations. I mean, you have companies like SoundHound around, right, that you can see maybe looking at things like price to earnings, price to sales ratios are a lot more expensive or criticized for insane valuations. You have other companies as well that you can kind of put inside that bucket. It doesn't mean that the AI technologies that they have is not going to be successful, but the valuation that people might be paying for them is a bit overexcited. Now, he does criticize in that insane valuations for startups with 3 people and an idea, warning that investors could lose a phenomenal amount of money. Now, this is definitely something that's happening in the AI story where right now it kind of seems like an infinite money glitch. If you have a few AI scientists, you can probably sell an idea for a few $1,000,000. Now, he also, in contrary to this, announced that OpenAI expects to spend trillions of dollars on data center construction. So this is where I think the market is misunderstanding. So first, it's like, yes, there is an AI bubble, but even in this AI bubble, OpenAI expects to spend trillions of dollars in data center compute. So what is it? And I think Sam Altman was just pretty much saying that as a whole, this AI bubble is creating opportunities for small companies to be seeing crazy valuations. But because he does mention that AI is the most important thing to happen in a very long time, that this is going to be one of the best technologies for companies that are actually producing a viable solution. And obviously, the CEO of OpenAI believes that OpenAI is providing a crucial innovation in this AI market and should be spending these massive amounts of dollars. And I do agree, right? I agree. Where and not every AI company is going to succeed. I think a lot of AI companies are in the bubble, but we are going to look at some kind of evidence that there are big players, companies like Nvidia, that are making billions and billions of dollars with AI compute. We're seeing massive cloud server providers that are actually making money on their cloud server business because of AI. And those are businesses that we're going to continue to see invest dramatically in the AI space. Now, another kind of AI story and kind of combating this maybe AI bubble is Walmart. So Walmart just recently reported earnings. They mentioned that Walmart's AI assistants will be primary vehicle for shopping, CEO says. Now, for those that are not familiar, one of their biggest AI assistants that they're working with is a form of AI agent, and this AI agent is called Sparky. So Walmart, we can see that the CEO describes the super agents being built, including Sparky, as the customer facing assistant. Today, Sparky takes us from traditional search to intelligent AI powered assistants. Sparky will develop agentic capabilities over time. As we improve and scale Sparky, make it even smarter and more personalized, it will be the primary digital vehicle for discovery, shop, and for managing everything from reorders to returns. We see Sparky becoming an indispensable part of how people shop with us. He also mentions other super agents for associates, suppliers, and developers, indicating a comprehensive approach to integrating AI across various aspects of the business. Now, he does mention that right now, AI is not yet significantly impacting top line sales, but he does express a lot of excitement about its future potential. So here is Walmart, a company not necessarily in the tech AI space, or when you were kind of think of the AI market growing, but the CEO does believe that this will be a primary vehicle for shopping in the future. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see other e-commerce and commerce places do the same. So this is kind of Walmart saying, look, AI is going to be providing great results for us. And I think that kind of, again, shows that there is no real AI bubble if you're actually getting results with the market. Now, the kind of other AI story or AI bubble that kind of recently came out this week is Meta reportedly freezes AI hiring after blockbuster spending spree. And the market was like, hey, isn't this crazy? Wasn't this company just spending dramatic amount of money on AI? They're slowing down, freezing. Does this mean that the AI story is dead? Now, the current chief AI officer at Meta, Alexander Wang, mentions that we are truly only investing more and more into Meta super intelligent labs as a company. Any reports, any reporting to the contrary of that is clearly mistaken. So I think this right off the bat says that this is completely false. Now, there could be some truth here. Maybe Meta is hiring freezing right now, but is focusing already on its overall building maybe more AI compute, on giving raises to their current AI engineers. Maybe they don't want to over put too many chefs in the kitchen, right? So they could be hiring freezing, but they can also be spending more on AI solutions as they have already built their super team. Now, I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think we are going to see more people come into Meta super intelligence, but maybe it's not as heavy as when Mark Zuckerberg, a little bit over 2, 3 months ago, was trying to build this super team. I do believe maybe he believes he has his adventures and now he just needs to get kind of backup superheroes just in case. But we can see from Alexander Wang, the overall chief AI officer at Meta, says they are going to continue to invest in super intelligence at Meta platforms. Now, I kind of want to talk about the case of the AI bubble. So first, we saw a lot of things. We saw Sam Altman saying that there is an AI bubble, but we saw Walmart saying that they're going to continue to invest in AI solutions, AI agents, because they believe it's the next step of the e-commerce and shopping world. And obviously, we kind of saw those forms of disputes that Alexander Wang mentioned about maybe some fears of AI investing. The other kind of cases against AI bubbles, in my opinion, are just earnings that we saw a little bit over a month ago. I mean, we saw major cloud service providers from your Microsoft, your Amazon, your Alphabet all see massive revenue growth in their cloud business. Not only that, we also see most of them continue to guide higher record capital expenditure on the quarterly or a yearly basis. And this is mainly tied to AI demand that they are seeing on their end. So from cloud service providers, the AI story is there and it's not a bubble. Same with Nvidia, same with other companies, TSMC, right? They see the massive demand of AI chips. So in those businesses, I would say that the AI bubble is not true. But there are a few valuation disconnects. There's a study that over 370 AI unicorns together are worth over $1 trillion, and many are valued at 200 times annual revenue. That is wild. And within those AI unicorns, I do believe probably most of them are going to be some form of bubble. There's also an MIT study that recently came out that 95% of companies investing in generative AI see no measurable returns, but these are usually kind of those startup companies as well. So there is some data showcasing that there is maybe an AI bubble. I do believe that AI bubble is a form of valuation bubble, and it's only impacting certain markets, especially kind of those smaller AI players in the private industry and a few small public companies here. For example, I think companies like, I don't want to be rude, but companies like SoundHound might have a great product, but the valuation might not make sense for that product. And I'm pretty sure many people can name some other AI companies that could fall in that landscape as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button. We do have NVIDIA earnings next week, so I will be doing an NVIDIA earnings preview over the weekend. So make sure to stay tuned, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and peace out.